Good afternoon, everybody. Joel Fleming here from Nutrien Equine with Simon Rafferty from Nutrien Livestock in Tamworth. And we're just here to give a quick shout out to all our cattle donors from this year. So we've actually got a custom made hat here for all the cattle donors for last year, 2021. So if you see anybody walking around with these, it does have cattle donor written on the top and actually all the brands underneath. There's only 20 of these being made, so if you do see somebody walking around with one of those on, please go up and shake their hand and introduce yourself and thank them very much. The reason we've got Simon here today, Simon's actually responsible. We needed 4,000 cattle to come in and go back out for the event this year, and Simon and his clients were responsible for over 2,000 head of those being trucked in. So, Simon, what drives you and your clients to support the Classic so much?
Thanks, Joel. How you going?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Well, I think it's a great concept, isn't it? I think a lot of our good clients were happy to be a part of it. They were more than willing to muster cattle on a Saturday afternoon and load them on a truck for us to use. Yeah.
And just so people know, like you've recently had a trip to Victoria and bought a lot of weaner cattle out of the south that have come home, and then there is a percentage of those that are being drafted here and challenged over, from 2 days ago and right through the event. How many dollars per head for those that aren't in the livestock industry? Like what do those cattle average?
It's scary, isn't it? I would think out of the 2,500 cattle we bought in the first 2 weeks of January. Yeah, the average price would be about $23.50 plus the GST and the freight. So it's a big commitment for those people to let us borrow them the way they do. But I actually haven't seen a single run so far, other than on the live stream. But by reports, we're having some good cattle and some good runs.
There's some really good cattle and really good runs. We've actually got a couple of cattle donors here that actually have been lucky enough to camp draft or compete in their own cattle. You've got a bit of a report on one from Wongabinda.
Yeah, there's a fella that's built a bit the same as me, been around a fair while. A lot of them would know. A fella by the name of Ben McNaughton, they reckon he had his own beast there and a bit of a sugar cube over the front of it and taught it how to trot around a few pegs, and he just couldn't quite get it out of the camp apparently.
No, seriously, a big thank you to all those sponsors. So they've come, Simon and I were talking before, basically in a circle where the cattle have come from. Ellerston's about as far south as we've pulled from, Guerie to the west of us, Upper Horton and Guyra to the north, so everywhere in between. So it's quite a big...
Ellerston to the south.
Yeah, quite a big radius, and 4,000 head in and 4,000 head out over 12 days. So a big thank you to those cattle sponsors, and a big thank you to you, Simon, and the Nutrien Livestock team for supporting the Classic so much.
No worries. Glad to be a part of it. Thank you.